Just call it what it is it's a fucking Dookie Boy round. Fucking 5,000% of fucking Dookie Boy round. God damn, what you need to see to fucking wake up? Does the shit paddle have to slap you right in your fucking face for you to snap out of your stupidity? Hello again, my loves. Back again. I know it's been a minute. I'm actually not inspired at all to make this video, but to be honest, I think that there's technologies being used against us to make us all miserable, docile, not feel any enjoyment, suicidal. But I know I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist. So I feel like my inability to be inspired to want to make a video goes past just, oh, I'm uninspired. I think it's actually deeper than that. So we sort of have to fight against even our own pre-programmed behaviors, pre-scripted behaviors in this matrix script simulation of waking souls up to the fact that they're in a simulation or that they are a scripted type of character and need to break out of their script. That's the only thing that, if this reality is a learning school, it could be a learning school for. That's the only one argument that it would work, that this would be a fucking learning school, is if this is a learning school to wake souls up to the fact that they are scripted creatures. Because that's what it seems like. And again, us being scripted creatures may be deeper than maybe a technological thing happening to us now. I don't know how we would all fare away from electricity and technology. I don't know how our minds would feel if we all went out into the middle of the Amazon forest or something, so far away from technology. Maybe we would literally feel different. We would act different. Maybe we wouldn't be as violent. Maybe without all the chemicals being sprayed or injected or put into our food, maybe we wouldn't be as violent and nasty and negative and narcissistic and irritable and depressed and anhedonian, if that's a word. People that just can't experience like pleasure. I'm seeing a lot of that going around this reality. People saying, man, I loved doing this my whole life, but it just doesn't excite me anymore. It's almost like they turned on the mind control program to full force now, and we're all like literally being controlled, and life is so scripted. Somebody could say, oh, it's happening on a spiritual level. It's the archons, and it's ethereal implants, and it's fucking spells and all this like mystical type shit. But it's like, I don't know, man. We still only have that physical world to deal with. We still only have that physical world. We may be spirit and physicals happening simultaneously. I think that that's what's happening. But we can't affect stuff in the spirit. And if we were able to at one point, we don't have that ability anymore. Or maybe a small handful of people do. But we can affect stuff in the physical. So maybe we are good souls thrown into hell to clean hell up, but we're just not doing our job. I mean, I don't know. Because don't you feel like you want good to happen, right? So, but all we do is like sit by idle to the simulation of the matrix happening while it happens. We never do. We just talk about it. I mean, we talk about it, and talking about it really don't do shit. And if there's anything to manifestation, how come nobody ever manifests a good reality? It's like every single person is constantly daydreaming about a better life and winning the lottery and having money and this and that. It's like, and then everybody will tell you there's something to manifest. It's like, man, we must all be really bad because look at the reality we've manifested. You would think if manifestation was real, everybody would have abundance and happiness, and there'd be unicorns and flying fucking elephants and shit. You know, it'd be like a beautiful realm, like full of love and light. But oh yes, you must. There is something to manifestation. Here's how it actually works in observable reality, outside everybody's little fruitcake fucking bullshit. You have to think of something, you have to want it, you almost have to be obsessed with it. And then you got to get off your ass and do it. And it will work out for you. It's really that simple. Oh, I manifested it because I thought, well, you sort of have to think about stuff to do stuff. So it doesn't mean you manifested anything. It just means you thought about it and then did it. But doing it is where you truly manifested it. Because if you'd have just sat and thought about this great idea and that great idea, all you really were was some dude that just sat around thinking all the time. Without the doing, the fuck does it matter, man? Oh, I'm gonna manifest the winning lottery ticket, but I never go and buy the lottery ticket. So how the hell could I manifest that anyways? Like, I just think it's gonna appear in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but uh, human beings are interesting like that. We're very delusional, self-delusional creatures. We lie to ourselves to justify our own stupidity, our own bullshit, our own bad traits, our own bad behaviors. I hate dealing with nasty people. To be honest, like I'm just about fed up. Like I'm just about fed up, and this realm only produces that. Only produces that. It's like, man, am I hanging out with the wrong motherfuckers? Like, but it's just this reality is just so gross to me at this point. I don't understand humanity. I don't understand the script of it all. I don't understand the drama between good and evil, if there is such a thing. I don't understand spiritual warfare. I just don't understand. I have the same amount of understanding as an intellectual, truth seeking guy that a fucking ant or cockroach has. That's the type of understanding I have. And I've been searching for truth my whole fucking life. And so I say, oh no, Chris, you're conscious. You came to the conclusion that you were in a simulation or that you're in some sort of trap. Wow, you were in it. That's pretty. Uh, I still don't have any idea what the fuck's going on. To me, a whale could feel trapped in his existence. That's not a high level of intelligence to me. If you're saying I don't like being here or I'm uncomfortable or no in general, but it's still happening, that about sums it up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not really that complicated to not want to participate in your current experience. To me, that's not a deep thought. It's like all life is suffering. I can't imagine. I mean, the people that find their moments or whatever. We were all dancing next to the boombox one night. That means life's great. It's like, no, you found an escape from the daily hell grind of the slave realm. And because you can create a moment of happiness doesn't mean that this is a good place, because we're not talking about the other 99% of the time where it's fucking you having a slave away for some fucking slave system. And I don't know, reality's changed a lot. I don't know what's going on in reality. I don't know how it's still working, like, to be honest with you. But it's still working somehow. Like the world hasn't completely collapsed. Everybody's not living on the streets. It's just weird that it's still working. Like, how are people really affording this shit? It's like bizarre. Like, without help, I'd be fucked. Without help, I'd be fucked. Yeah, so it's bizarre to me that it's even still working. But I wonder all the time, is God present, like showing his presence, but we just refuse to acknowledge him? Like, because it could be like a good guy was like, but dude, even if there was a good guy, like trying to keep it all on course and keep it from going pure chaotic and mayhem, it's like, uh, man, you're keeping it just enough on course for us as the unfortunate subjected fucking batteries to just suffer every day. Thanks, bro. You're great at your job. You're a fucking dodo bird. I'd say if you were God trying to hold it all together and this is the best you could do, I'd say let it go. Stop holding it all together, you fucking retard. Look what you're holding together. What are you, the slime or glue that holds together nastiness and suffering and abuse and misery? You're a fucking retard, God. I can't stand a bone in your body. I think you're a fucking dodo bird. If you created me, it's unbelievable. It's almost like the student has become the master. I look at God like he's a fucking retard. I'm God's creation. That's impossible. This dude couldn't create a fucking dude, a 10-year-old. A 10-year-old could have come up with a better realm than this one. Unless the realm is built for our suffering, then it's done in a genius way, because it's done in a way where it happens to us all every day, but only a small handful of motherfuckers notice it. So if it is exactly the way it's supposed to be, it's actually very genius and complicated and intricate and deep, which really sucks, because that means the enemy's powerful, intelligent, he's masterful with trickery and deception and lies. And yeah, in between a rock and a hard place, or in between a pile of shit and a fucking bowl of diarrhea, bro. That's life. That is life. Like, that's what's happening now. That's observable. That isn't a mental comfort zone. You're not going to see a Christopher Sedaris fucking truth building on every corner telling people the real truth. People don't want the real truth in this reality. People want to run away from the real truth. When people are confronted with the real truth, it scares the shit out of them. They need to instantly change the subject. They need to instantly focus on something else. They need to instantly find a mental comfort zone, a mental cope, a mental place to just run away from the truth too. It's a bizarre realm. I'm sick of participating in the human experiment, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what this place is. It's grown stale and old. It's like, what are we doing all this? What is the point of all this shit? Like, do we just suffer? There's no heaven at the end of it. There's always a promise of a light at the end of a tunnel, but we're always just in the fucking tunnel. Suffering. It's like, fuck this reality. It's like this reality would be magnificent if you were trying to drive sane souls crazy. Man, this motherfucker's done real well then. This reality's done real well if it's to torment and suffer individuals. If that's what it was, the Matrix was built for, man, it's good at its job. It's super fucking good at its job. Imagine me stabbing you in the stomach every day and you not noticing. Like even years later. It does it very well, actually. This Matrix is done very well. It takes a very complicated, deep, conscious soul to even analyze it properly, especially when you take into account the human avatar's pre-programmed fucking pussy boyness that runs away from harsh truths instantly. That's why I say the truth, it's not an easy path to walk. You're literally looking at hell and still walking towards it. This place is hell. It's disgusting inside and out. The few little good things that I could say about it is just that. Few little good things I could say about it. Fucking disgusting. War and poverty and struggle and kids with bloated bellies and fucking. Man, I ain't got nothing nice to say in this slime fest, do I? In this swamp realm. In this hellhole. Ain't much nice to come out of me. Well, I sure would like to say something tonight. That would be good, but unfortunately, I can only tell the truth on my channel. My channel is kind of like the liar of truth channels. Like that serum that fucking Jim Carrey took, whatever, or the wish that his son made. Every time I press record, that's casted on me. Unfortunately, I can't be a happy storytelling fucking guy I want to be because I got to get on here and tell the truth about reality. I would love to go, no, guys, we've just lost our way and you just got to do some inner work. You got to sit in there and meditate. I'd love to tell you guys some little happy story that promises you a happy ending. Ooh, my pussy feels better now. Thank you, Chris. Ooh, you've done your job of comforting my vagina. Ugh. Just weakness. Total weakness. The most weakest motherfuckers in the world are humans. They're weaker than ants. They're weaker than chihuahuas. Humans are weaker than chihuahuas. A chihuahua will run up on a fucking pit bull. They don't do that. Humans are weaker than a chihuahua. That's fuck. Man, humans are some pathetic ass, weak motherfuckers. Man, maybe y'all should have grown up in the fucking hood and got your head slapped around. Maybe y'all would have had some fucking sense by the time you were an adult. Humanity. Maybe y'all should have grown up around violence and nastiness. Would have woke you up. Oh man, something's wrong here. Y'all got your fucking head in the clouds all the time. It's some goddamn delusion created by somebody else. Half the time you're living somebody else's story. It's all a script. Everything you've ever been told is script. Everything you've ever been told is a script. Your whole behavior is a script. Actually, I just seen something recently that Kanye West said. I don't know if it was the current Kanye, but he actually made a great point. He had said, what did he say? He said he was explaining the Matrix and how he's like, this is what I mean by the Matrix. When I say the Matrix, so when you're a kid, right, and you jump on a coffee table and an adult tells you, get down at that table. What are you doing on the table? before that adult told you anything, in your mind, you were Superman, you were having fun, you were excited, you were happy to be alive. But then this adult programmed you or scripted you, now get off that table. You better not do that, boy. Get down off that table. And you jump down, you're scared, and now, well, here's the matrix. Here's the programming. It's starting now. Oh, I can't have fun in life. In reality, the mind virus just worked through your dad, and fucking instead of him looking at you and going, my boy's happy and having a great time. Sure, he could fall in. He could do that anywhere. So could you, motherfucker. Are you living life like just to in one little corner somewhere, scared? But anyways, instead of looking at this boy and going, I'm glad he's jumping off the table. Let him have fun. He's got to run his program because the mind virus infected his father. But anyways, it's all scripted. But that's what he said. And then the kid becomes programmed. He said, and then by the time you're 20, 30, 40, by the time you're an adult, you've got nothing but coffee tables. Nothing but scripts and coffee tables to control your behavior. That was I thought the way he said that was great. He said, that's what I mean by the matrix. When I say the matrix, I don't mean it that way. That's just, to me, that's actually like what I would call MK Ultra or just mind programming, indoctrination. What I call the matrix is probably more of a spiritual thing or a technological thing or something I can't explain. That would be the real best way. It's something, when I say the matrix, actually something I can't explain. I try to figure it out every day on this motherfucker, or every time I'm making a video, or boy, every day I'm in my own head. I'm constantly trying to figure out what's going on here, but unfortunately, there ain't no fucking light at the end of the rainbow. There ain't no light at the end of the tunnel. It's just a constant search. And I'm just, while searching for truth, I'm the truth seeker guy. I'm even pre-scripted and programmed to be that way. While searching on my everlasting search for truth, I still get subjected to the Dookie Boy realm every day. It's like, this shit's dumb. This slave realm, monetary system, class system of elites and poor people. It's just like, I hate this reality. Until we kill off all these evil motherfuckers and start over on new humanity, I'm not participating. I'm not participating. Until we actually get rid of the observable evil motherfuckers in reality and deal with these clowns that hold us down, I ain't participating. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. Oh, you better go. Nah, I'm good. You better go and do that. Nah, I'm good. Fuck you. Fuck you. So, in a weird way, you could say that, well, if there is a technology being used against us, I think it was just 1711. I don't know. My fucking vision's too blurry, but yeah, I think it was. But a distraction. That's what the synchronicities actually are. They're actually distractions. Demons are very mathematical. Do they line up events? Do they make things happen at a certain time on a subconscious level, maybe? Who knows? But I ended up losing my train of thought. So give me one sec, guys. I need to go dance with my old lady anyways. I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, that's the point I wanted to make, guys. If there is a technology being used against us, then in a weird way, like, let's say they were broadcasting, like they wanted to reduce the population, so they were broadcasting like signals that made people depressed and miserable or anhedonian, if that is a word. In a weird way, it's backfiring. It's also making them not give a fuck about this reality or the slave system or the mates. Like, people don't want to work no more. So with this, like, I don't care about nothing, the shit is coming, and I don't care about nothing. Like, they don't care about your system anymore either. So in a weird way, you could say the technology is backfiring. Like, how would they get them to care about the dumb shit, like the system in reality, and, not care about the other stuff, like wanting freedom and blah, 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 and, or, wanting to enjoy life and blah, blah, blah. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, guys, by the way, I do want to say, I don't normally well, I don't got anything against talking about good products, like, it is what it is. But if something works good, I like to talk about. But I say, if you're a weed head, that THCA stuff's really good. It works well. It's not like that Delta stuff that they were making before. It's not like that. It's like actual real. There's almost no point in going to the weed man anymore. So yeah, you could go to your local smoke shop nowadays and buy some pretty good weed, but pretty good price too, to be honest with you. But anyways, not that I'm promoting that type of behavior, but I'm just saying, like, something works out good, I'd like to know about it too. If you know about some good things happening in reality, leave it in the comments. I'm sure all of us suffering, miserable fucking truth seekers could do with some good news. And that may not be good news to everybody, but it's good news to me. Man, she sure does dry my fucking mouth out. Oh, Mary Jane. Why did she dehydrate my mouth? Makes no sense. That evil big bootied entity with fucking like orange red dreadlocks and little crystals in her hair. She's interesting looking, the entity of marijuana. She's a babe, bro. She's a fucking alien babe. But anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, this fucking shithole that nobody likes, nobody ever really enjoyed outside of small fucking uh, fleeting moments of happiness. All the shit that people enjoy, I never really enjoyed or understood, to be honest with you. Like looking back at life in hindsight, like one of the interesting things about becoming a conscious human being, it sure, certainly gives you a lot of shit to think about. And like looking back at life, it's like I always thought all this shit was weird or like creepy or strange. Like past the whole slave system of working until you die. Like I thought that I don't know. I always thought like funerals, weddings, just things where people get together and do stuff, carnivals, fairs. They always just felt odd to me. It always just felt like this weird. I don't know, man. Like, is everybody pretending to it? Because it's really not that exciting. Like when you're walking around Busch Garden, they're like the rides are interesting when you're on them, but uh, Busch Gardens is a bad example because it's one of the ones where you can actually have fun. There's actually like rides and shit. But, you know what I'm saying? Like most get together, like the idea of bars, even like just a bunch of people getting together to drink alcohol, and uh, it's just like I don't know. Maybe I'm other than losing my fucking voice. Maybe I'm sort of a recluse because just none of this shit ever made sense to me. I just always thought it was weird. Actually, if I went to a funeral today, I'd probably be celebrating. Yes, Lord, thank you for taking them out of hell. Like, I don't know how I'd react, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the script would be to go and cry and tell everyone how much you miss the person. Like, I'm gonna be like, sure, I might miss them in the long run, but I mean, the motherfucker just died. I mean, like 2 weeks ago. Like, how much could I miss them? But I might miss them in a few months. But the truth is, they're the lucky one. That motherfucker ain't in hell no more. And he didn't have to blow his brains out to get the fuck out of this fucking pit stop. Simulated fucking dookie boy realm of stupidity and dumb shit going on all the time, constantly, that don't never fucking make sense to anybody with an IQ over fucking 5. It's just such a bizarre reality, this hell realm of stupidity. Just it's like what fuck all the spiritual talk just on a physical level. It's like, how did this shit ever get to this point? Like that's why people go to a spiritual, because it just doesn't make sense logically. It's like, wait, how did they do this? And like, what was there was a what's that band or whatever? He always like sings. He's like an Arabic or Iraqi type singer or something. I don't know. So System of a Down. They made a song where he had said, was System of a Down? How do you disorder? Why? But in the song he says, how do you control disorder? And that's a lot deeper when you think about it. It's like, oh, this shit is scripted. This whole reality is scripted, dude. It's like it never would happen this way. We must be under full control. It must be a technological thing, maybe a spiritual ethereal implants thing happening. I don't know, but we are totally under full control. We have a bizarre, and it's a bizarre. I say bizarre because it's so minuscule that it's obvious that it's bullshit. But we have this bizarre idea of like free will, but it's not really like you are constantly subjected to a reality you don't actually want to be in. So the idea of free will is a little weird. It's like, oh, well, while I'm in prison, I can go over there and get a donut. See, I'm free. Motherfucker, your bitch ass is still in prison. Shut your bitch ass up and shut the fuck up. I don't know what else to say, so I just told them to shut the fuck up twice. Hopefully they listen. Maybe they're the average human. You got to tell them a third time for it to stick. Shut the fuck up. This place is a hellish suffering realm where we're subjected to working for some other douchebag that has an insatiable, monetarily driven mind, psychotic fucking weirdo disorder of, I have 10 million, but I need more. I have 10 billion, but I need more. Just like The human experience is bizarre, and the human avatar things are pre-programmed to be bizarre and keep it in a bizarre state constantly. So why would any conscious soul want to be here or bring another soul into a realm like this? Geez, my show, the old Christopher Sedaris show must just be the most miserable, depressing shit in the world to watch. I'm sorry, guys. Like I told you guys, like I had two paths I could walk. I had the cipher moment in real life. I did. I actually did it. It was on camera. It was all recorded. I mean, not anymore. All the videos are gone and deleted. I don't know what happened, but I must have gotten hacked by the Illuminati, and they hacked into my alternate hard drive and deleted the every video that I had. But anyways, um, actually, I think I still had a point to make once that goes. But yeah, that's the point that I was trying to make, is that my channel, actually, if you were watching it from the beginning, anyone that watched it could probably tell you this. I went through that and I had the cipher moment. And I literally had two paths to walk. I could either walk the path of ignorance and selling happiness to people, meditating, focusing on positivity, trying to give that message out all the time and only focus on positivity and blah, blah. Or I was going to walk towards the truth. I literally had that moment on my channel and I chose truth. I was like, it sucks. It's not as happy. It's not as mentally comforting. I get and all that, but I just, man, I feel driven. I don't know what it is about the truth. I'm just obsessed with it. It's like my avatar's pre-scripted way of being. I don't, and at this point, I also see that as a script because I don't know why I'm still driven to search for something I'm consciously aware of doesn't exist. Proves to me my own behavior is scripted. And I'm sure you can come up with tons of examples in your own life. Free will? I don't know. I no longer want to give a fuck about the truth. I see it as a waste of time to search for. It doesn't exist. We're in a realm of deception. I no longer want to be interested in the truth. No, it's still there. I feel it. I still, it's all that matters to me. I am scripted. I don't know if I could explain that more simply for people to understand it, but if you analyze your own behavior, you'll see that you are also scripted. Why do you have those bad eating habits? Why do you have those copes? Why do you have those, whatever? Just be honest with yourself. You'll see it. But anyways, there really ain't much to talk about. It was actually easy to go like this last month, whatever it's been, not making a video. Because really, not that I've reached the pinnacle of truth. I just don't know if there is such a thing. And where I'm at now is basically paranoia up to 100%, which is don't trust anything, not even the entities you talk to when you die that project happiness and love and goodness onto you. So that's where I'm at. I don't know if I could ever get past that point, truth seeking wise, outside of dying and finding out for myself, in which case I'm not going to come back and tell you guys. I refuse to be reincarnated back into hell just to give you guys all this some message. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Yeah, I'll say there's nothing new I could say. I could get on here and rant all day, every day. I could get on here and rant and rant and rant. But the situation that I had personally in life's not working out anymore. Shit happened. Actually, I still kind of am confused about what actually happened. I had made a disagreement, but anyways, but that's not working out anymore, so that sucks. But it's all good. Shit happens. I realized actually through this that how much better I've become at just not allowing shit to affect me, allowing shit to roll off my shoulders. Like life's attempts at trying to arouse anger in me and blah, blah, blah. I have gotten a little bit better at not just going like, oh, that's life. Like, I just don't care anymore. Like, really, I don't get emotionally invested when bad things happen. Now I just see it for what it is. Uh, So you say in a weird way, and I know that sounds weird, but it's actually relieving when you're brutally honest. I know people think it's not because, well, they run the mental comfort zone the second you tell them the truth. But in actual reality, once you get settled in with the actual truth, it is sort of freeing, or what's the word I'm looking for? Freeing. Yeah, like you're not conflicted anymore. Like you're just honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyways, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, yeah, you like just feel free. Like you're like, oh, I see the real truth now. But the real truth is bad news, and if you tell it to people, they really don't want to fucking hear it. They really, they, that's this life. That's this life. Yeah, like anyways, man. Yeah, this reality's a hellhole. Being conscious in it's not fun or enjoyable. Being unconscious in it ain't all that fun or enjoyable, but it was way more fun and enjoyable than being conscious in it. Uh, the only thing that makes me feel even kind of better in my daily existence are my escapes or copes from reality, which is unfortunate. You would think that we would have been put into an experience that we would want to dive headfirst into, not run away from, but anyways, that's what God had planned for us, or the sim creator. I don't know who's in control, who wrote it all in, why it's happening. I just know that as it's happening, it's stupid and I don't like it. And I think anybody with a logical mind should feel the same way. Like if they're being brutally honest, they're not running mental comfort zones, it's just like truly explaining their experience. I mean, every single NDEer I've heard always says, I don't want to go back. I've never, well, when like I said, there's been a couple that did want to go back, but because, their baby was about to just be born, but basically anybody that didn't have some imminent attachment always was just like, no, I don't want to go back. but the Godhead that gave you free will in every NDE goes, but you are going back, and just shoves them back into their bodies forcefully. Again, I know that that's scary. People are like, well, then, whoa, is the sovereignty thing actually going to work? Like, I don't know. Isn't that scary? Yeah, I know. I have to be a truth channel though. Sucks being a truther. I'll say this: that I have a conflict, even though I still have a conflicted experience personally because I don't like giving people bad news. I really don't. Like I'm sort of a people pleaser, if anything. I like to make people laugh or smile or cheer people up. And then I'm programmed to seek the truth, and then I feel obligated to get on and tell the truth on the YouTube, and it's just like the opposite of who I want to be. It's the opposite of who I want to be. uh, yeah, but before I made this video, I was like, no, don't cry, don't cry in that one. But the truth is, I'm an emotional human being, and I'm trapped in a hell realm that suffers me and people I love, and I'm honest about it. If that doesn't hurt you, I don't know, maybe you're more narcissistic than me. Maybe you're not as human as me. I don't know what to say. But these philosophies, thoughts, and ideas torment me. Uh, as a truth seeker, we're in hell. Can't wait to get on and tell people about that. Of course, it makes me upset. What are you, like a psychopath or something? This shit don't make you upset? Anyways, this reality is the antithesis of me. I want nothing to do with it. The only place where I see anything relative to who I am on the inside is in movies, shows, cartoons, comic books, maybe. The things people escape to get away from the reality. Everybody in this fucking reality will tell you about no, 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 the Matrix is the pure evil, the VR is going to get us all. Motherfucker, you've been doing this since you were a kid too. Just because it was shows and movies you were escaping into a simulated reality from doesn't mean you weren't also in VR worlds. Well, it's not like you're out there baling hay and moving cows around, milking cows and collecting eggs or growing crops of fucking potatoes. Like, well, what are you outside of doing something? Feel like what are you doing? Everything you do is a sort of escape from the reality. VR is just the best version of it. VR is just going to be the best version of it. We all do it. We've all been doing it our whole lives. Without our escapes and copes, we would all went mentally insane years ago. We all would have lost our minds years ago. If we all actually took this reality seriously, like really seriously, we all would have lost our minds years ago. We needed our fucking Family Matters and our fucking Power Rangers and X-Men and our shows to escape to. We needed all that. We needed the VR back then. We just weren't advanced enough to call it VR. It was just a cartoon or even a comic book. To me, that's the VR too. Oh, no, no, I'm reading in reality. Motherfucker, what does that even mean? Okay, you're playing VR in reality. Same argument. I'm actually not against the Matrix VR reality, to be honest with you. I'm not totally against it. I don't feel like that's a path I would have wrote into reality. I probably would have wrote in more like an avatar, like tribe, like humanity all comes together. We all support each other and live with each other and create a healthy environment, healthy people. What I want is just, again, the antithesis of this reality. This reality is about segregation, war, and separation, and everybody in their own little box. And it's the opposite of humanity. This reality is the opposite of humanity to me. But anyways, I wouldn't have put, but even though I wouldn't have put in the VR path myself, I'm not totally against it. If somebody who's miserable, some 70-year-old lonely woman sitting in her apartment eating cat food somewhere, can put on a fucking VR helmet and be in the most divine, beautiful environment she could ever want to be in without all her back pains and aches and miseries. And she felt youthful and looked youthful and felt great and could dance and do all the things she can't do in reality. Who the fuck am I to tell her to not put that helmet on? Shit. If it interfaces with the brain to the point that you're literally in a different realm, you don't even have the back pains and sufferings. Who the fuck am I to tell some kid laying in a bed on a fucking straw somewhere? No, don't put that helmet on, boy. That's evil. Motherfucker, you're evil for telling him not to put that helmet on. I don't want the world in VR. I don't want the. I don't know if I already made that blatantly evident. That being said, we've all had copes and escapes that you could label a lower level type or a primitive form of simulation escapism. We've all had it since we were kids. I don't care how old you are. If you're 150 years old living right now, you've had them too. They were just comic books or books in general. Don't have to be comic book. I just can't imagine reading anything else. I'm not a reader, you can't tell. Oh, I'm sorry, but anyways, I'm not into reading. But back then it was books or maybe campfire, fucking playing acoustic guitars or banjos or something. I don't know what they did, but they did something. Um, but yeah, I'm not totally against VR reality if it ends up being the way that I think it's going to end up being. Again, if it actually interfaces with the brain and bypasses like the pain, nerves, and all that. Yeah, I want people that are suffering to put that helmet on and have an existence uh, that's enjoyable. I don't care if it's a fake reality. This one's a fake reality. It's just a fake reality inside of a fake reality. Oh no, let's fight for the fake reality level 1. Give a fuck about this reality. This reality is a dump. This reality literally fell out of God's asshole. If God created this reality, it was after he ate the good one and shit this one out. Anyway, don't get me started. I'll get angry, and I don't actually. Right now, I probably could get angry, and it would be very funny, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to compose myself and act mature, like a scripted adult. Like fuck that. You better get off that coffee table. Fuck you. I'm going to be how I want to be. I'm going to jump on the coffee table, and I'm going to jump on your mama's chest too, boy. I'm going to do a backflip off your mama's chest and land on your sister's chest and fucking drop a deuce on that hoe. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that last part. But anyway, bro, it is what it is. I don't care anymore. But yeah, I got plenty of energy. I got plenty of energy right now, which is good. Maybe the supplements I'm taking are actually working. I would try out copper, selenium. Um, Take the obvious ones. I think I've already mentioned them, but I'm getting a few more. And I'll say the ones I'm taking now are actually helping me energetically or whatever. Uh, but yeah, I definitely I feel way more alert. Like I feel like more like focused. So maybe I needed some copper. Maybe I was deficient. Well, not maybe. Everybody's deficient in copper. That's why I buy. Like I usually buy shit when I find out that most of us are deficient in it, like B1 thiamine and copper and all that. But anyways, and B12 too, and there's just a bunch of shit that we're all deficient in. But it's weird. Why are we in a reality where all the foods we eat poison and contaminate our bodies and make us deficient in nutrients instead of fill us with nutrients and have us all walking around with beautiful, perfect bodies and perfect health? Everything that feels good kills us. It's like, oh man, that donut looks really good, but if I eat it, my fucking butt's gonna jiggle. It's just like, what is this? Why am I tormented every time I want to feel good in this motherfucker? It's just like goddamn suffering realm all the time. Oh man, that cigarette really calms me. But if you smoke that, you're gonna get addicted and your teeth are gonna get bad. And I'm not really worried about that. I kind of already failed that test, but you know what I'm saying? Like, can I do anything in this motherfucker? Oh, the dancing with Mary Jane makes me feel a lot better. No, but if you do, you're gonna get addicted. Your tolerance is gonna get so bad that you're barely gonna get high anymore unless you take a tolerance break and do it. It's like, what the fuck? Why? Oh man, I'd like to go stick my fucking dick in that wet hole. Oh shit, I just brought a new soul in this reality. Everything that's gonna make me happy or feel good ends up fucking doing some fucked up shit. What the fuck? And then it's one. I'm almost wondering now. Like I used to see those people that would like those monks and shit, or like Asian. I don't know what. Maybe they were Taoists. I don't know what they were, but they'd be like lashing themselves and shit, bro. Like fucking hurting themselves, or like setting themselves on fire in some cases. I was like, man, maybe that's the most conscious motherfucker in the reality right there. He figured it out. He's like, oh, if I suffer, good things will come to me. He's like, it's like, this motherfucker, like, he really got faith in God, bro. He feels like, whoa, Gabriel's just gonna show up and put out the fire, and he's just gonna be like, because of your true faith, you passed the test. Now your life will work out, and he's just gonna disappear. I think that may actually be true, bro. I don't know where, but then if I say something like that, they're like, well, it's like motherfucker gonna go jumping off a building, like, well, you know, I wanted to test that old theory. Like, I don't know, bro. Might be a bad idea, but anyway, no, right? So I'll do it. That's why I say I'm the Joker archetype, bro. I gotta lose my mind. If I don't laugh, I'm gonna lose my mind. If I don't make a joke, I gotta cry a little. I gotta get angry. Then I gotta laugh about some shit, and then I'm pretty much remedied for the rest of the day or maybe week, depending on how long it lasts. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm being funny or being funny all of a sudden. I got a funniness wave coming over me, bro. It's fucking making it hard for me to get my words out right now. But anyways, bro, fucking such a shithole, bro. Like Michelle Obama and her fucking dick, and just like I don't know, man. Like when you guys think about when I think about reality, you know what I picture? Here's what I actually picture. I picture like Biden with like this stupid smirk on his face, telling a lie, and I'm just like, I hate this reality. And it doesn't even got to be Biden. Like fill in the blank. This year's politician fill in the blank. You know, say, it could be anybody. It's George Bush. It could be Hillary Clinton with that creepy, fake, weird, narcissistic smile thing she does because she doesn't actually feel human emotion, so she has to pretend to be human. Like when she pretended to fucking be excited when the fireworks went off. A narcissist doesn't actually feel excited. So, oh, I see other people. And when you see other people cheering, right, they're like, oh, but it's genuine looking. But if you tried to imitate it, you would look weird. You'd be like, okay, I'll do that. Ooh, I don't know if you guys ever seen that. If you guys never seen that shit, bro, go look that shit up. That bitch looked retarded. I don't know what happened. I think that bitch had an aneurysm on stage, to be honest with you. The way she looked like something popped in that bitch's brain or something. Bitch's fucking lizard form was about to give her that glass of water so she can drink back her green babies and fucking go into her fucking lizard form and just spit lizard acid at her fucking opponents. You know, that's why this year's election's not gonna happen, bro, because one of these demons are gonna transform into a lizard on national television and devour their opponent, bro. Like Trump's actually gonna get eaten this year by what's her name with the weird neck, bro? What's her name? Oh yeah, Kamala Harris, bro. They're gonna have a debate, and Kamala's gonna fucking be like, "I'm telling you guys, I had the dream, bro. I already had the dream, bro." And he's gonna be up there like, "You lied, and you did this, and did it." And she's gonna start jiggling, and her neck's gonna start jiggling, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I seen this shit. You guys ever seen, man? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. She's gonna start acting weird, bro. This bitch is gonna turn into a lizard on TV, bro. Live. Ah, her head's gonna become a lizard. And Trump's gonna be like, oh my God, and she's actually gonna eat Trump's head, bro. No, she's gonna be like, there's gonna be like blood. It's gonna be gruesome, bro. And she's even gonna like threaten us, but I tuned out. But she leaves this threat on national television. She's like, us lizard people dominate you. Our technologies, and her neck's jiggling and shit. Our technologies. We dominate you all. Us lizard people. It's like, oh, dude, I'm telling you, I seen the premonition in my dream. I may be joking and being sarcastic and funny, but you know, you never know. That's reality, bro. You never know. The whole fucking jiggly neck might turn into a fucking lizard on national television. I really hope she don't eat Trump, because even though I know he's a puppet, I mean, I haven't watched anything he said in like probably years or whatever, but even though he's a puppet, I kind of still like, he's still like my favorite wrestler, right? Like in the WWE shit show of reality, he's my favorite. He's my favorite wrestler. Get up there, 1, 2, 3, kid. Throw another one of them cool spin kicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I hope he don't get eaten, but maybe attacked, and he like fights her back. He's like, fuck you, bitch. And like shoots her with a pistol. That would be some hardcore shit. Now that would be hardcore. If Trump became president by smoking a lizard, bro. But then that would start the war. And then we're going to see a lot of chaos, right? Like if she was like, turned to a lizard, and she like tried to bite Trump, and he was like, oh, and like fell down. He's like, oh, put out his like, fuck you, bitch. Like, got that bitch, bro. She fucking died out, bro. And he got up. Can you imagine him, bro? Blood. Now he's got the gun. Bro, everybody would think Trump was the hardest dude in reality. This motherfucker would be sitting there all old and shit holding his gat. I'd still be cheering for him too. I would know. It's all a part of the Matrix script, and I would still be cheering for him. Bro, man, kill that bitch, bro. Oh man, come on. Can we have a little bit of fun? See, I can have fun on my channel, right? Like it don't all gotta be like dim and glim. I can make fun with the true shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, man, I just hope something happens other than what always happens, which is just something I don't enjoy. I hope we all turn into X-Men and get our powers. That would be really fucking dope. Maybe all the mind control technology being used against us, as we break free from it, like because of it, we develop like extrasensory powers and stuff, teleportation, healing powers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I hope some cool shit happens in this realm, but of course, I'm optimistic. I know I'm optimistic. I'm also not fucking retarded. I see the Groundhog's Day realm that never does anything good. I'm just hoping, I have my fingers crossed in hopes that it just tormented us this long so that we would really, really appreciate the good part when it happens. That's like that's still my hopes. Still got my fingers crossed on that one. But anyways, fuck this realm. Give me one sec, guys. I can't. 24. Give me one sec. Back again. Actually, probably just to wrap this one up. Do I got any more energy to go with this? Do I want to keep making this video? No, I think I'm good. Yeah, I think I'm good. I might get more energy later. We'll see what happens. I might make another one to follow up, but I got plenty of free time on my hands now, guys. So it is what it is. I'll catch you guys on the next one.